back to my channel. So we're currently in fall, but quickly approaching winter, and usually that means, you know, the skin gets a little bit drier, depending on where you live, of course. So I thought it would be a good time to bring out all of the cream products and just kind of show you which ones I like to use and how I like to layer them the best. So let's play with them. So I am going on a day date with my boyfriend. Let's get cute for my date and play with some cream makeup products. I'm just gonna put this on really fast. My last YouTube video that I posted was all about Rose Inc products, so if you wanna know more about this, go watch that video. I will say this is still my favorite concealer. It's been 2 months now, and I'm still using this every day, and it's my favorite. I probably should say, before we get started with the cream products, that I have an oil on my skin today. I do think that applying a little bit of oil or having some moisture to your skin before applying the cream products really does help to kind of blend them all in. So I do recommend that. This is what my skin looks like with just the concealer. I think it's pretty good, right? But a necessity is to set at least the under eye concealer with powder. So anyway, I'm just setting where I put the concealer directly under the eyes and a little bit here on the sides of my nose where I get shiny, but I'm not going to put any powder on my cheeks or anywhere else that I'm going to be applying cream because I don't want the powder to interfere with the cream products at all. So I'm really pale right now and haven't been going in with any cream bronzers, but just for the sake of this video, I will go in with one. I'm debating on which one to use, so I love the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer from Fenty. I also really like the Anastasia Shadow Stick Foundation and Contour. So it's just kind of like a cream stick. This is a great, very like cool tone shade for those of us that are very pale and other contour and bronzing shades just look like orange on you. This shade, Butter Biscuit, is also pretty good. It's a little bit more warm though. I should probably use that one. The top one here is Anastasia and that's Fenty. I think I need to use this one. Right here. Let's do all the typical. I don't usually contour my nose, but why not? I like to use these kind of flat buffing brushes. I feel like they're just the easiest to use for blending in cream products. So I'm just gonna go in with that. An important aspect of like getting your cream products to work properly is making sure that they all blend well together. You can have cream products that don't layer on top of each other and then it just like ruins your whole look. So yeah, all of these blend really well together and I'm obviously gonna show you that. For blush, I have 2 favorite cream blushes. I have the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in Shiso LA. It's more of like a bronzy kind of warm peachy color, which I love for every day. And it comes with the matching powder, which is really nice. And then my Rose Inc lip and cheek color in the shade Azalea. This one's really nice. It's definitely more of a pinky red. I guess maybe we'll go with what I'm wearing and we'll go with this guy. I'm just gonna dip the brush right in. I'm using the buffing brush again. It's just the best in my opinion for applying cream products. I'm going to just kind of start stifling, whichever. Stipling it in to the skin. And I've learned from some people on YouTube that rather than putting the blush on your cheek, putting it kind of in this like C area helps to lift the face a little bit more. So that's where I've been applying it lately. Do you see how my skin is still super glowy? I'm telling you, these products are really good and they blend very, very well on top of each other. There was a very popular cream blush when I was younger that I'm not going to call out, but that product really made me shy away from cream products for a long time because I would try so many different ways to try to get it to blend, and it would always mess up my makeup. There are a lot of better formulas now that really, really work well. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. I like that kind of almost like pixie look, you know, where you got a little blush on your nose. And then a trick that I learned from Rosie Huntington-Whiteley's YouTube is she'll put a little bit up in here, not on your eyelid, but kind of like between the eyelid and the brow bone. I think that's pretty good. Now let's go into highlight. For cream highlight, my favorite that I just can never get over is this Say Beauty Glowy Super Gel in Star Glow. This stuff is so great. I've talked about this on Instagram before, but I love this product. You can apply it to your skin before you put your makeup on. And whether you're just using concealer or you're putting foundation over it, it still will be really glowy. I'm just taking a tiny little dot. I like to use my fingers with this. I feel like it blends the best when applied with fingers. And so I'm just putting it in the C right here. There's like a C shape, right? I mean, I don't know about you, but I think that looks pretty good. Gives off the most natural, you know, highlighted, dewy look, in my opinion. And then I'm gonna apply a little between the brows. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose, just a little. Brow bone, and then a little up here too. I used to always make my forehead really matte, and then I realized that that looks really funky. If like the rest of your face is dewy and then your forehead's not, it just is kind of weird. So I put a little bit, whatever like is left over on my hand, I'll just put it up here. And then again, whatever's left over, I will put on my clavicle and décolletage, this whole area. Just really like rub it in. It's so good. It's so good. So one last kind of like creamy product that I really, really love is from Tower 28, and it's the Super Dew. No shade, it has no color, but it's just like this clear balm that I think if you want a little bit more dewiness to your skin, after you've applied all this on and you kind of feel like, you know, maybe the highlight isn't enough, or maybe you want it to look a little bit dewier, you can put this on top. I don't know if you can see any difference in that, but I feel like it just makes the skin look a little bit more wet. Do you see a difference at all? I think I can. It's so pretty. So this is the finished look without powder. What do we think? Like I said, I'm going on a little date today, so I do want this makeup to last all day. So I'm gonna set everything with a little bit of powder, and I will show you how to do that. I'm gonna apply a little bit of powder just under the cheeks here, because we are gonna be going in with powders to set all of this, and I don't know, I don't want any product to potentially fall down here and make this all muddy, so I'm gonna powder a little bit on the forehead, but still allowing the sheen to come through. So I'm not going to put any powder on top of the contour. I'm just gonna leave that, and I'm going to powder the blush. So we have a choice here. We can go in with the powder that goes with the cream, which is what I usually do, from Patrick Ta. But I also have this Patrick Ta blush, the Monochrome Moment Velvet Blush in She's Sincere, which is just slightly Again, don't judge me. My pans all look horrible. It's slightly more pinky, so I do think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this, actually. And so you don't have to use a whole lot, but I'm just gonna, again, stipple it in. When you're applying the powder, just when you're applying powder in general, but especially when you're applying it on top of the cream products, you don't want to drag it and, you know, brush it like that, because that could disrupt the creams that you just so lovingly and expertly laid down on your skin. So again, we're just stippling it, whatever. So then to set the highlight, this is my favorite powder highlighter of all time, the Anastasia Denona Super Glow. I think that's the shade color. The color is Fair 01, but I'm not gonna show you the pan because it's horrendous. This is just making me feel bad about myself. Like, all of my pans look like a 3-year-old went through and just like, let me know if you're also like that so I don't feel so bad about myself. That's the shade. Isn't that nice? It's really nice. It doesn't have a whole lot of color. It blends out pretty nicely to just, oh yeah, the last thing I put on my hand, on the back of my hand, was the cream highlight from Say. So now I'm just gonna put this on top and show you, just look. Can you see it? Is it picking up on camera? Between the two? Do you see a difference? It just looks very like dewy and glowy, which is what we're going for. So again, we're not gonna brush it on, we're just gonna stipple it on, but I'm just gonna lightly tap it into where I applied my highlight. Ooh, it's looking like a glazed donut, right? It's pretty good, right? I'll often go with my finger afterwards and just kind of tap it in so it's not so extreme. And then I'm gonna go back over there, tip of the nose. We're definitely gonna go in here and make this a little bit cuter. Yes, love that. And then I am gonna go in the corners of my eye, the inner corner, which I don't put the cream there because it just doesn't really do anything for me. Give her a little love too, up there. Okay, so we are done. That's the finished look. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. Oh, right there, do you see that? It's really this combo for me. It's just everything. I love these so much. It's dewy, it's glowy. The dry winter air is not going to affect us. Anyway, so that's the finished look. Let me know what you think, if you're gonna try any of these products or these techniques or whatever. Also, if there's another cream product that you are obsessed with, please let me know what it is, share the wealth. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.